Hey y'all, today's video on Jeep Beach 101 is all about registration and spectators. Lots of questions out there about what does registration get me? Well, let me tell you what registration gets you. First and foremost, right now until April 15th, it is $80 registration, okay? Pre-registration online at jeepbeach.com. Register now, buy now. It's $80 because on April 16th, you guys, that registration goes to $100 and we stop mailing packets, which means you'll have to come pick up your packet. But until then, again, April 15th, you get an $80 registration that is shipped and mailed to you. What does that registration get you? Let me tell you what it gets you. It gets you a blast during Jeep Beach Tiki Island. And it gets you access into the infield on your Jeep. It is for Jeeps only. So if you're watching this and you are not a Jeep owner, do not buy a registration because only Jeeps are allowed to drive into the infield. It gets you infield access. It gets you obstacle course access. It gets you in the vicinity of the Daytona International Speedway, and it also allows you to add on camping, track laps. I'm trying to think of all the things, but when you see on jeepbeach.com all of the things that you can add on with your Jeep Beach registration, you have to have that $80 registration in order to get those add-ons. It's a donation to our charities, you guys. So your $80 registration is actually a charitable contribution, and we thank you for that. Of course, as we all know, that's what Jeep Beach is about, is fundraising and supporting other charities within our community. Okay, y'all, so if you missed that deadline or you didn't get something in the mail with your registration because you were before April 15th, where do you pick up your registration? Gate 70 at the Daytona International Speedway, and that is off of Midway Avenue, kind of like you're going to the airport, but you pass the airport, okay? But it's Gate 70, Daytona International Speedway. We will have lights and signs and billboards everywhere directing you how to get to Gate 70, but we have what we call our Tiki Hut out there at Gate 70, and that's all things registration. Huge shout out to our registration team, Michelle Hoff. She heads it up, and she has formed an incredible registration team, and she and all of her volunteers are out there to help answer all of your questions, get you credentials. On-site registration can also be handled there during event time, and that starts Monday, April 25th, and runs through all of Jeep Beach Week from 9 till 4 p.m. They are there to answer your questions and get you what you need. Okay, our campers out there that did add on their camping registration, we're going to do a whole video, Jeep Beach 101 camping video for you, so make sure you're watching for that throughout the month as we lead up to Jeep Beach 22. Now, spectators, let's talk about spectators. Non-Jeep owners and those of you Jeep owners that don't want to buy that $80 registration and drive into the infield, spectator entrance is still available. And where? Turn 1 and Turn 4 of the Daytona International Speedway. It is $15 per head. It is 12 and under is free, okay? So if you have children, your 12-year-old and under, those kids get in free. But it's $15 per person. At Turn 1, that is our tram turn, okay? So if you need to tram in and you don't want to walk in, you need to park at Turn 1. And that is the west side of the Speedway. Again, everything will be clearly marked, so on Friday and Saturday when it's time to come into the main event, you'll be able to find where you need to go. So Turn 1 is tram in entrance only, $15 per head. You'll ride a tram in and go in and see the most amazing spectacle you've ever seen of everything Jeep, right? Now, Turn 4 spectator entrance, it is a walk-in only entrance. The cool thing about this is you get to walk in through the world famous Turn 4 tunnel of the Daytona International Speedway. And if you are able to walk, put your walking shoes on, park at Turn 4, pay your $15 and walk through that tunnel. It is such a cool experience, and to think how many vehicles, how many trucks, how many cars have gone through there is really quite something to see. It's giant culvert pipes, you guys. So again, if you're capable and able and willing to walk in, that might be your best bet, is Turn 4, $15 a head, Turn 1, Turn 4 of Daytona International Speedway, 12 and under is free. Okay, you guys, so that's everything registration. Well, maybe not everything registration and Spectators, right? So if you've got any more questions for us about registration and Spectators, please email us at info@jeepbeach.com and we will get a response out to you. Cannot wait to see you guys. And again, I think we're just right around the corner to Jeep Beach 22, Tiki Island. Bye, y'all.